Being in prison for 5 years was one of the most painful and least stressful times of my life. It's crazy, least stressful, really. And I'm going to share a picture because I think the picture will illustrate this at the end. I'm going to share a picture of me before I went to prison and right before I came home, because we could take pictures in prison. And so I have one like a month before I left. And I think I look 5 years younger when I came home. Now it's been 6 years and you can see me now. And my life is very busy and hectic and stressful. But because prison was so structured, it really wasn't stressful. Like some people say, weren't you scared? Were there fights? Very simple. You don't have a lot of choices to make. You're not constantly, there was just a lot of simplicity and extreme amount of pain. But that's only if you choose to walk through it. And that's a lesson that I learned in prison. Do uncomfortable work. That's where all the growth lies. So you're probably going to have times in your life where you feel anxious. Walk through it anyway. Allow yourself to feel the feelings and keep going. You're going to have times where you're confused. It's okay to sit in the confusion. For me, doing uncomfortable work brought a lot of growth in my life, and owning really painful things like taking ownership of the choices that I made, extremely painful, brought a lot of power into my life. So doing uncomfortable work. The other thing that I learned in prison was how you do anything is how you do everything, which means start from the bottom. When you wake up in the morning, make your bed. I'm not as good at this as I used to be, but I try to be on time where I go. I try to keep my word. And I feel like how you do anything is how you do everything is a great principle in mental health, right? Because if you're really struggling with depression, you can get up in the morning and do one thing. Like I've seen huge success in people just choosing to make their bed every day. So that's something I learned in prison. And the other thing is be authentic, be the same in every situation. That I'm still working on. Sometimes I get confused about how I feel and I want to show up authentically, but I don't know. So I just kind of shut down. I want to be very sincere, but I still have trust issues. And so I'm still working on that. But yes, doing uncomfortable work, how you do anything is how you do everything, and being authentic are all things that I learned in federal prison.